live. You woke me up.
Hi and welcome to Type 2 Twin.
Hello.
Because she's asleep.
I'm awake now.
Are you? Okay, great.
Kajsa's been on an adventure without me.
She was invited, but she decided she didn't want to come.
So you were working in Germany, right?
I was on a work trip to Germany. So I've got an Animal Joey Explore. This is a folding bike, 24-inch wheels that packs into a bike box of its own that you can then convert into a trailer. I have used it that way a few times, but on this occasion I decided to pack my bike rack into a suitcase with all my stuff and like a few work clothes.
So what did you pack? What was in your suitcase apart from like work clothes? Don't tell us about pants. We don't want to know about pants.
I took pants. So I took obviously clothes. I took bike lock. I took a hammock, my new sleeping bag, first outing for my new sleeping bag. Some extra shorts. I took my drone, which is very important. Bugsy's right there. My sleeping mat, travel pillow and liner. And there's my camping hammock.
You work all week and then go at the weekend?
Yeah, so I went on the Saturday morning to the Harz Mountains, which is absolutely spectacular. And the reason I went there was because I looked on Google Maps and found the biggest, greenest area nearby and thought, destination! I cycled to the train station and got the train to kind of the closest train station to the Harz Mountains.
You could just take your bike on a train in Germany?
Yeah.
Did you have to book?
No.
Maximum 2 bikes?
No.
Hang them up by the handlebars?
No. None of those things. In fact, Germany is a fantastic country to cycle in. So, of course, the first thing that happened when I arrived in Wienenberg, which is where I got the train to, I had to wait for a railway crossing.
Of course you did, because you are train summoner!
Train summoner!
Kajsa can't get to a level crossing without meeting a train.
German cyclepaths are amazing.
Do they start like tarmac and then descend into mud and nettles?
No.
Oh.
They are tarmac, they stay tarmac, they are pretty much everywhere and super pretty as well.
So were you on road or were you just on cyclepath the whole way?
Sometimes there were cycle paths. When we get into the mountains, it was more just quiet roads, like dead roads.
What was special about the Harz Mountains? What was the best bit?
It was like mid-autumn and it was stunning. The mountains were amazing. There were so many different colours and it was so pretty. I was going to ride through as long as I could before I needed to sleep, so to make up time and distance. And I was riding in the pitch black and suddenly I come across what I can only describe as hell on earth.
Oh.
Well, maybe a little bit steep, but there was just cobblestones.
Oh.
And it went on for I don't know how many kilometres. It was just cobblestones. Yeah, I was trying to find somewhere to sleep as I was riding along. So I had my head torch and I was looking around and I was just outside of town because I like to stay fairly close to a town. I don't really know why, because I don't go into the town. There's nothing. It's just kind of a feeling of connection, I think. Mm. I was riding up this mountain, my head torch on, trying to find somewhere to camp.
Yeah.
Set up the hammock. And I see these 2 sets of eyes in the trees.
Ow?
No.
Squirrel?
No. You know how much I hate squirrels. So they do have lynx cats in those mountains. Could have been that.
Are they
could have been wild boar.
Good things to sleep with?
No idea. You see something unusual.
Yeah.
And then you think, it must be the worst
then
thing.
You start doing reconstructions in your head.
Yeah.
Kajsa was last seen.
Exactly. Being chased by wolves. There are no wolves there, I hope. If I find out retrospectively that there are. So, yeah, they didn't chase me or anything like that, thankfully. And I found a place to pitch up my hammock, which I did in the pitch black. And then I got into the hammock with my new sleeping bag, which was very
cosy warm.
Oh, it was
How
so
many seasons
good.
Is your new sleeping bag?
4. I get in my sleeping bag and I hear these noises. Yes, those are wild boar. They visited me, a family of wild boar visited me about 15 minutes after I got into my hammock, and it scared the bejeebus out of me.
I got this message on Facebook Messenger. I think there's wild boar here. Do they attack humans? Google if they attack humans.
I don't know why I couldn't Google it myself.
I don't know why.
I was too busy filming. Trying to get a glimpse of them.
So did you get a lovely good night's sleep knowing there were wild boar snuffling around underneath you?
No.
Oh, what a surprise.
I woke up probably...
soothed off to sleep by the grunting of pigs.
The best thing was, right, so I was lying there and eventually, obviously, I started to get tired and I was thinking, I can't stay awake all night because they did leave.
Okay.
But then I kept hearing them. So I woke up in a start and I'd be like... and there'd be nothing. So I realised after a couple of times, I think it might have been me snoring, and I woke myself up. True story. The camping hammock is a great piece of kit. I've not set it up particularly well, as I've spoken about before, but you pitch it up. It's got a tarp on the top that you can put out with poles and lines. And inside it's just super cozy. So it's got obviously my sleeping bag, a pocket with little compartments that you can put your head torch and your wild boar mace. See, look, it's even got a pant hook. It's got a mosquito net built in, and it also has some snake skins which are covers, so you can easily pack the hammock up.
So how does it compare to when we've bivvied or when we've slept in tents?
It's a bit colder.
Colder than a bivvy?
Yes. I don't really know why, but it could be the air gets underneath because you can get quilts that you can put underneath the hammock. But it's quite bulky.
You've got to carry that.
You've got to carry it, exactly. But it is a really nice setup.
And is it cosy, comfier than like lying on a sleeping mat on the ground or a park bench?
I think so. There's just something cool about it.
It does feel a bit like playing dens. I'm looking at it going, I need one.
Yeah, no, it's really good because you're supposed to sleep in it slightly diagonally.
Okay.
And then you're practically flat.
Oh.
Which is really quite cool.
So then you woke up in a hammock.
Yes, I did.
Having not really slept very much because boar. Had bacon for breakfast. Freshly caught.
No.
Smoked over a fire.
My go-to breakfast on these occasions is massive croissants. I love massive croissants.
Chocolate croissants fresh out of the oven.
So after breakfast, I just made my way back to Braunschweig, ready for starting work again on Monday morning, unfortunately.
You're quite good at thinking creatively. How can I get a bit more adventure into my life and feel smug on a Monday morning when all my colleagues were washing the car and watching repeats of television?
And I did feel very smug. I was telling all the German guys who now think that I'm a little bit of a nutcase. I was telling them all about the trip and showed them this beautiful montage of the Harz Mountains. I hope you enjoy it too. And then someone said, oh, they've got like wildlife. There's wild boar, there's deer, there's all sorts of squirrels. I love squirrels.
Squirrels.
Squirrel twins.